I'm Alessandra Barrett, Special Projects Editor of the Journal of Commerce. I'm at our annual TPM conference in Long Beach, California, and I'm joined by Mark Laufer, President and CEO of Laufer Group International. Thanks for taking time from the conference to speak with me, Mark.
Thank you, Ali. It's a pleasure to be here.
Laufer Group's tagline is "Built Different." What does that mean?
In our industry, we have a very old set of traditional management values which has been left behind by many of the more progressive industries in the rest of the world. Things like tech companies and cutting-edge industries have discovered that what drives people are self-empowerment, leadership, and collaboration. We're trying to bring those qualities into a very old, staid industry and to come up with new and exciting ways of solving very complex logistical problems, hence built different.
So the culture of collaboration, how does that translate into practices within the company?
There are many ways in which we use the built different and cutting edge management ideas to enhance culture in our company and to create different solutions. One of the ways is we offer self-improvement training for all our managers. Every one of our managers belongs to an educational organization in which they meet with other like-minded key executives to discuss common problems and solutions. This gives us a common language inside the organization to discuss things. It's not industry specific necessarily, but deal with how to be a better leader, how to solve problems, how to create innovative solutions, how to understand your customers' requirements better.
In yesterday's session, which you introduced, we heard from the ocean carriers. How can these principles be applied to some of the problems that they've raised?
The carriers have traditionally talked about partnership relationships with shippers, yet the way in which they act is very old style and very, very regressive management policies. How they act and what they say are actually quite different. They talk about understanding their customers' needs, they talk about providing cutting-edge solutions, yet at the end of the day, they go back to the same policies of competing on price and competing on market share. If they would actually listen to some of these very new management philosophies that talk about how to find solutions that are innovative for your customers as well as healthy for your bottom line, and they trained and inculcated these ideas into their organization, I think the result would be better both for the carriers and for the shippers. Unfortunately, we're not seeing a lot of this. We keep seeing the same cycle being repeated over and over again, and at some point I'm hoping the carriers will have a breakthrough and figure out that they too have to come up with different solutions and different ways of thinking and innovating in order to solve the profitability problems that they're facing, as well as creating very good value-added solutions for their customers, which is what the customer ultimately wants.
Thanks for taking time. This was a really interesting conversation.
Thanks for having me.
I've been speaking with Mark Laufer, President and CEO of Laufer Group International.